It's not very long. Sorry, just talking to myself. Right, these are going to be quick ones today, so I'm going to shortchange you a bit there, but at least I'm doing it kind of thing. I missed the one at 444. I might just scrap that shit, man. I mean, yeah. But I got out my walk today, had a nice wee hot chocolate with my mama, so it was a bit chilly out there, but I know it's like, with some people I know that are in different parts of the world, it's like -20 and that, so I'll not complain because I think I don't know, I think it was -1. I don't know, I didn't even check. Um, so I started shuffling these right away. You can do hard things. It is not as impossible as it may feel. So, and we've got it's time to celebrate, cultivate an air of celebration today. So, right, so you've got them both. You know the way, trust your intuition on this journey. So, all those ones I just read out, that might be like, a message a few of you need, or one of you, or where is that book? Well, it's a bit annoying because I've not got time to piss about here. Oh, and there's one note in what does that say? Accept what is. The act of acceptance will bring peace. I don't know where the card is. Ah! But the good news is, if anybody cares, I know that people care. Um, I got a good sleep last night, so I'm happy about that. But it was just then I could have got up at a decent time and I didn't. I went back to sleep, so that's why I wasn't so I wasn't so on point with the time. I'm not so there I am. I was gonna say I'm not actually seeing. Right, so I'm going to stick with because I was doing the mother, family, ancestral, inner child, blah blah blah, like all that kind of, and it's not going to be everything, every one of them every day. It's just these are the things that I associate that energy. I'm going to do that one just now, and then I'll quickly do the one I would usually do it just to keep me right, because it just means that if you do happen to catch me at the time I'm meant to be doing it, then I'll be doing the ones like this. So, because if I stick at this for like the next, again, I'm going to stick at it for the rest of the week, but I might do it into basically the rest of Capricorn season, but I might keep it on longer than that if I like it. So, and if yous like it, right, so 41. Oh, I just opened the book up at the other one. It's time to celebrate, so let's read that. Celebration is such a wonderful experience in this life, one thing that can bring about a sense of community and pleasure. Even the smallest of reasons to celebrate is reason enough. As it is the spirit of celebration and not necessarily the physical adornments that makes a gathering of people something extraordinary. If you have pulled this card, then it may be time to cultivate an air of celebration this week through action and spirit. In addition, this card could mean that it's time for you to celebrate yourself and your accomplishments. So I'm feeling that maybe like, whoever's going to resonate with this message, and that can be quite a few people, male or female, there's something to celebrate, so there's might be something significant that you've overcome or that you've got to the end of, like the light at the end of the tunnel, or I don't know, maybe I don't know, like you've got the upper hand or something. It's something like that. You've won something like that. It can even be birthday, it'll be different thing for different people. This practice can be done with others or by yourself, but the key aspect is to focus on what you've already accomplished, not what might be waiting for you in the future. If we do not celebrate ourselves in the current moments, then it might be hard to celebrate ourselves in the future moments as well. And that's really key because Capricorn season is about commitment to your goals. So there could have been something that you've been working on, like, say, for instance, like your healing for quite a while now, whether that be months, years, whatever, decades in some people's cases, and it's like you're really starting to see your hard work, but you might not quite be at the end of the tunnel. That's kind of feeling I'm getting with this. Um, so it says, create spaces that encourage play, laughter, and fun. Invite others to join you and take pleasure in their company, like we do here. Savor the simple beauty that good food and good friends can bring. And it says that here's a journaling prompt that you could use if you want to, or you can just sort of ask yourself now. How does it feel to your inner child to celebrate or to plan a celebration? What does the idea of excitement or expectation bring up in you? Are you worried about being let down or not being good enough? That was coming up really strongly yesterday. If you're experiencing any negative feelings around celebration, what can you do today to bring joy into your life? What can you do today to make it? No, what have you done today to make you feel proud, isn't it? What have you done today to make you feel proud? I think that's the words. If it's not, that's what it is. That's what I'm saying. So the one that came out was you can do hard things. That is such a Mercury and Capricorn thing to say because that's where Mercury is now. So that is like very serious work, work ethics. Like really, basically to me that just screams work, like putting in the hard work, the determination to meet your goals, commitment stuff, just cracking down and getting serious. So if you're pissing about before, it's about getting serious. Um, and you could be generally quite like that if you've got Mercury and Capricorn, or you could be really focused on money and work. People with Mercury and Capricorn have usually got quite a like yeah, just like a strong work ethic or their communication style could all be sort of really focused around that. Or they could just, like you said, like I've not got Mercury in Capricorn, but my third house goes a bit over that. So it's like when I say, like, when I channel messages sometimes, like, I can be very serious. It's like when I'm watching it back, it's like I'm a newsreader, but in the UK, because in America, newsreaders in America are like, it's totally different, isn't it? Like if you're in America, your newsreaders are like having a laugh and a joke at that, and that's not what's in the UK. It's like very stern and serious. But then sometimes when I'm like in a more playful mood, that's because half of it, wait a minute, I always get it short. Yeah, half of it is over Aquarius. So then it's like I'm being all weird and wonderful and galactic. That's why I'm a bit of both. And I can explain what it would be for you if I look at your chart. Um, and then the thing is, although I'm very obviously very psychic and tapped in and everything, like my Mercury's in Taurus, which is an earth sign. So I have actually got quite a lot of grounded, practical earth signs to balance out, my very sort of airy fairy energy. Um, just so that you know. Um, Right. There are many things in life that we feel we cannot or should not have to do. It can be overwhelming to think about doing something that is hard, but in truth, many things we label as hard could be more appropriately labeled as simply time consuming or long. Sometimes not wanting to do hard things can be reminiscent of mindsets we have in childhood, when we never wanted to clean our room or do our homework. Yes, I hear that. If I used to cry if I'd went to my friend's house and I come back and my mum had tidied my room. Although she mentioned like her tidying it and I'd be like, no, I'll do it myself. But if I came back and she tidied it, I'd be like, oh, thank you so much. You know what I mean? Then it made sense when I found out I had every freaking disorder under the sun. Um, when we never wanted to clean our room or do our home, oh, you read that bit. If you pulled this card, then you might need to reassess what you've labelled as too hard. Oh, yeah, so you see how that fits with what was feeling. It feels like this might speak to people that like you kept putting off doing the hard work because you felt like it was going to take a long time. But I feel this was specifically for people that then you surrendered and you committed to your healing. Even if you're right at the start of that, like, but some of you are in the middle, and like I said, the message that was coming through, some of you are actually at the end. So you might be out the other end, and I don't know, just restoring and getting your energy. But wherever you're at, it's like this came through yesterday, isn't it? It's like start now. Like don't yeah, like don't just stay stuck or be like, oh, this is going to take ages, because before you know it, the time has passed. Um, Take time today to think upon the beliefs that might be holding you back. Are you putting yourself in a box by what you cannot or should not have to do? Sometimes choosing to push through the feelings of I do not want to do this because I do not feel like it can be quite beneficial. Do you know what's springing to mind, right? I've said this before, but I used to always think to myself, like, for instance, right, so whenever anyone else has given me readings before, particularly people that don't know that I do this, right, I've had people say the same thing, that I'm like really great at teaching people manifestation, which obviously that is what I don't tend to label, like, I don't call myself a manifestation coach and blah, 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 but I am. That is what I teach people. But because I'm all about, getting clear with your intention and just doing the work, basically taking the messy action, doing the work. There's no cutting corners, and that's what annoys me when people think that, Like I can't be bothered tapping into all that energy again yesterday, although that was very needed. And it's obviously what the ancestors and the guys felt needed to come through. But it's about, whenever you've got triggering feelings of envy and jealousy coming up in you because other people are doing well in their field, even if it's this, whether it's the same field as you want to be doing good in or not, it's just a sign that you need to get started or you need to just get more focused on what you're doing rather than wasting energy being jealous of people that are doing it. Um, and um, like you can do hard things too. That's the message. And that's very, like I said, very Mercury and Capricorn. Um, but yeah, what it was reminding me of is I always used to think, why is it so like, although I'm good at teaching people manifestation, I'm like, why do I have to put things on vision boards? And why does it have to take like 5 years and 10 years and 15 years in some cases? Like, for instance, like with me sitting here doing this right now, like I was using YouTube right from when it came out, which is what, roughly 15 years now or something, might even be 16 years, but I think I saw that ad, I think it was 15 years. But whatever it's like, but it was like the amount of like energy that went into being afraid of like doing it, because I just knew I was like, I'm better be doing that. And like it was just so many years of like preparing to actually be doing what I just like, I just pick up. I mean, like today, I happen to have put my makeup on, but like the other day, like yesterday, I was sitting in the jammies from the night before. Do you know what I'm saying? Like now, it's just, and that's how I always was with like Facebook and that too. And that's why I'm good at teaching people to just get over their fears, whatever it is, and especially if it's around being online and stuff like that. But the point is that didn't happen overnight. So that I really do feel that's what some of you need to hear. Whether it's about specifically, I suppose it's helpful if it's in that area. But it's like I didn't want to do it. I didn't feel like doing it. I was really fucking scared to do it. I knew that people were going to change around me like for doing it. But you know, I worked through those fears and then here I am doing it every day. Do you know what I mean? But like I said, did the people around me change? Hell yeah. But it's like, am I happier with who I've got around me, even though it's not as many? Yeah. You know what I mean? And I'm helping a lot of people. And so that's the point. Like, it kind of is like it shouldn't be like you have to sacrifice this for that. But actually, in my case, it really was. But it should mean something that I don't regret it and I love what I do. So I suppose that's what some of you might be needing to face is that you can't have both. That's quite interesting because the message coming through yesterday was something about you can have both, but there seems to be a message here about. So I would say though that it's whatever it is, whoever this is for, it's like whoever this is speaking to, it's like whatever you're trying to hold on to is toxic or it's not helpful or it's holding you back. Yeah, or people that are holding you back. Always trust your intuition when choosing which hard activities to do and do not attempt anything unsafe to yourself or others. Well, it's blindly obvious, but that's there. Yeah, because what I mean is like I've got so many journals, right? Like ones I've written things down in and about all areas of life and ones that I've put like I used to like cut things out of like magazines and stick it in books. And it is mind blowing. Like, see, not if I write a book, when I write one of my many books, I will probably put that in the book, like like, and it'll be yeah, it's amazing because like the things that I wrote down and things that I made up, like over 10 years ago, some roughly 10 years ago, like I'm doing it right now. So that's what I'm saying. Like, those of you that are watching, whatever age you are, start doing things like that. But you're going to have to do the work alongside it. And if you're anything like me, like I said, it didn't happen overnight. But I know some people that they can do like a vision board or something, and it happens boom, 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 boom. But then anyone that I know that I've had access to looking at your chart, if I've done a session with you, I can see why that is. And it might just be, you've not got as hard a journey as me, like full stop, you know what I mean? But some people have. I feel a lot of people that tune into me, things don't come to you as easily like that. Um, but they will come if you put in the hard work. So it's really, that's why it is important to know yourself well and your astrology. But like I said, I don't like getting things easy. Like I say this all the time, but it's like with Saturn and Scorpio and like my Mars is in it, like I like to put in the hard work and the satisfaction in knowing that I put in the hard work to be where I am or to get something. Um, so I feel that must be really speaking to somebody for me to be going that in depth with it. Um, Where did that? I'm sure. Oh, there it is. How do you feel after you've done a hard thing? Are you proud of yourself? Have I just ignored that alarm again? I have, haven't I? Remember to highly praise yourself after doing this hard thing because you deserve it. Yeah, so I feel there's something, it feels very Saturn energy, which rules Capricorn. It feels very like, you've put in a lot of hard work to get to where you are today, whatever this is about, whether it's something to do with work, the twin flame journey. It's always going to be a twin flame journey. Most people tuning in, but in case you're tuning in, you're not a twin flame or you're a twin flame and it's just not about the love bit. Because, like I said, these ones are not specific. Well, these ones could be within their child, but the one I'm going to hop off and come on again and do is the money. Um, but you know what I mean? It's just basically about whatever it is. I feel you were at one point thinking it was too much like hard work and you couldn't do it and you would never ever get to the point where you're at now. And I feel your guides, your angels, your ancestors just want you to stop and acknowledge. And particularly, oh no, there's the alarm going off now. See, I thought that's interesting. I thought the alarm had went off, so I thought time was up. And actually there was time left on that timer, but I don't think you hear it. So it just went off right this second. So you're thinking there's not time, but you're right on time. Like you're thinking you've taken too long, but you're right on time. Something's divine timing, it feels like. Um, and I'm going to get you a couple of wee words. So this one was a bit of a short and sweet one, and then I'm going to do the New Earth one. Uh, and then I've got I wouldn't normally have a client on Wednesday, but because it didn't happen yesterday, I've got somebody. Oh shit! Wait a minute. I'm hurry. Oh no, no, I don't need to hurry. I just realised it's 7. I'd said 7. I forgot that. That's good. That's actually right. I don't need to hurry so much. I can. Well, I think this message kind of is done though, isn't it? Um, Maybe we could do a bit more. Let's get a word. I'll put the timer on just in case. What else I need to do? I do need to film. I've got another couple of things. Oh look, I love that. Gratitude and I love these cards. Gratitude and responsibility. I might actually just hold them up for the thumbnail. That's really feels very again very Mercury and Capricorn, and we're in Capricorn season. Like you took responsibility, personal responsibility for your own life to realize. Wait a minute. Right, surely that'll be enough. Like to take personal responsibility for your own life, that only you could make the change that you thought you couldn't. There you go. That's a nice one, Claire. That you thought you couldn't do at one point. I have to put them right close up because it's kind of blurry. I've noticed when I try to get the thumbnail. That's what's annoying about doing it on the laptop. I think I might need to improve to a better camera at some point, like upgrade to a better camera. But yeah, and you're grateful. I feel this is I think this is just a very Mercury and Capricorn is the kind of energy that like it'd be someone that's like, look, come on, get to the point. This is too long-winded. So I feel they do just want me to end this one here. It's like you took personal responsibility for your own life. You stepped in and became the emperor, the leader of your own life. Oh, that's why I'll end this one here because I think I might do two more. Yeah, now that I know I've got till 7. Um, yeah, and just well done. Be proud of yourself. Again, I'm not going to pinpoint it. Now that I've channeled all that message out, it feels like that might specifically be for divine masculines, like male or female, that you've thought at one point, there's no way I can put in this effort to either match my divine feminine or just for yourself. Like, to because it's different for different people. Some of you will get the inspiration from your divine feminine if there's a way for that to happen, if they're in your life or you can see them or whatever. And then you'll realize, actually, I've got to do this for me. And that's why it's important that if you're the divine feminine, you might want something to happen like yesterday, but like that person has got their own karma to play out, whatever that is and whatever that involves and whoever that involves. And it's you've both signed up for this sole contract, you're separate things and together. And so it's about kind of like that's really what Twin Flames are about. That is cheesy as it is, and it's not very Mercury and Capricorn, but it's that but it is Venus and Pisces, and that's very romantical. That's true love, like and that when and also the Capricorn bit would be playing the long game is really and also it's about being a grown up. is that like, if you want the best of the best, you've got to put the work in, you've got to be patient, and you've got to be committed to the journey. And these are the people that trust that when it's the right time, you'll cross paths with this person again, when you're both ready for it. Oh, that's rather beautiful. Right, so I'm going to end this one here, and I'm going to do the money one now, and then I'll do the other one. So I hope that spoke to whoever it needed to. And like I said, it doesn't necessarily need to be for the divine feminines. That oh yes, could it like it could be. It felt like it was for divine masculines, but I didn't really focus too much. That could be speaking to divine feminines with something other, like with work or something, or some other area of life. Twin flame journey too. You know what I mean? Like you thought, oh, I'm never gonna get to, I'm never gonna not feel this way, and now you maybe do feel strong within yourself. And you don't need to be a twin flame at all, and it could have spoke to you. You can let me know whenever you catch me on the next live, but I'm going to end this one here and do the next one. See you later. And also book